Well, hello, welcome again to our reading of the Greek New Testament and up to chapter 14 of the book of Revelation, which I'll do in two sections because it's quite a long chapter. So, kai edon, kai idou to anion hestos epi to orosion, kai metau tu hekaton tessera conta tesseras Kiliades ekusai to onoma autou, kai to onoma tu patros autou, gegramenon epi ton metopon auton. Now, as I've mentioned before, if you want to study this properly, you need to get a commentary. This is just a reading through, just to go through the Greek. And I'm not commenting much on the actual interpretations of this rather strange book. Kai edon, and I saw, and behold, to anion. We've seen this diminutive before, it's neuter, as are all diminutives in Greek. So hestos is a neuter participle. Remember the ending's kos, quia, kos. There's no kappa here, but this is the os, neuter participial ending. So behold the Lamb standing epi to oros upon the mountain. The third declension now, the mountain of Zion. Kai met autou, and with him 144,000, ekusai, having his name, so participle here, 144,000, having his name, and the name of his father, written, perfect passive participle, so inscribed, upon his forehead. Now, the reason this participle here is feminine is because this number here is a feminine noun, Kiliades, and hence it takes a feminine participle. It doesn't imply that these 144,000 are all women, it's just that the number is feminine here. So just to put that together, and I saw, and behold the Lamb standing upon the mountain of Zion, and with him 144,000, having his name, and the name of his father, inscribed or written upon their foreheads. Epitone, metopone, auton. Kai ekusa phonein epi tu uranu, hos phonein hudaton polon, kai hos phonein brontes megales, kai hephone hein ekusa hos kitharoidon, kitharisdonton epi tais kitharas auton. Greek likes to use the same word with different, whether it's a number or participle or related words with the same sound, and we get this kitharoidon, kitharisdonton, entais kitharais. And I heard a voice from heaven, hos phonein, like the voice, or perhaps sound almost here, hudaton polon, of many waters, and like the voice or sound of great brontes is thunder. Kai hephone, and the voice which I heard, understand, was like. Now kitharoidon, this is a genitive here. So I heard the voice as of. Now the nominative here is kitharoides. It's a first declension masculine noun in ace. And it's from kithara, which is a musical instrument, a little bit like a harp, but not really. So it's a kithara, and the oid root here is a singer. So this is someone who sings and plays the harp. So generally you might translate it as a harpist, but it's also got the idea that they're singing as well. And then we get the noun kitharisdo, to play the harp or play the kithara, and then entais kitharais, So akithara, this is a first declension feminine noun, this is the harp itself. So the voice which I heard was like that of harpists playing the harp upon their harps. Kai edusin hos oidein kainen enopion to thronu kai enopion ton tessaron zoion kai ton presbyteron kai udis edunaton methane ten oidein eme hi hecaton tesseraconta tesseris Kiliades. Hoi agoras menoi apotes ges. And now this is from Aido. In earlier Greek it was spelt with an alpha, an epsilon, and an iota, and then delta. Here the epsilon by this stage is gone, so you just get this verb aido, which is to sing. So and then we get our word ode, of course, from this. This is the abstract noun connected with the verb. We get our word ode. So they sang, and the hose is in brackets here. If you translate it, it must mean something. It must mean like, or something like. But if I leave it out, then it's just they sang a new ode, a new song, before the throne and before the four living things and the elders. Kai udes dunate, and no one was able, this is the past tense from dunamai, mathane to learn, this is the aorist infinitive from Manthano. So no one was able to learn the song, ame, except hi hecaton tesseraconta tesseris Kiliades. The 144,000, again you see that it's the feminine article here because the number itself is feminine. It's got nothing to do with gender here, it's just the grammatical gender of the number. So except the 144,000, those agoras menoi, so agoras menoi is from the perfect passive participle from agorasdo, so those having been purchased, those having been bought, apotes ges from the earth. So just to quickly go back over that, so they sang a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and the elders, and no one was able to learn the song except the 144,000 who had been bought from the earth, had been purchased from the earth. Hutoi asen hoi metagunaikon uk emolunthesan parthenoi ga asin. Hutoi hoi akoluthuntes to aniu hopu an hupage, autoi ergorastes en apoton anthropon apake to theo kai to anio, kai ento stomati auton uk hurathe pseudos amomoi asin. These, they, so this is from Hutos, these ones are those who emolunthesan, who have not defiled themselves, or not been defiled. This is an aorist passive from moluno. Moluno is to defile, so this is the passive here, who have not been defiled metagunaikon with women. Parthenoi ga asins must be the only place in all of Greek where men are described as parthenoi. Parthenos is generally a feminine second declension noun, meaning virgin, and it's always in Greek refers to women, but here it clearly refers to men because it's the hutoi, those who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are parthenoi, they are virgins. Hutoi hoi akoluthuntes, these the ones following, participle from akaluthio, following the Lamb, hopu an hup age, wherever he might lead. So that's that use of hup ago, to lead here. It can also mean just to go, but probably here lead is better. So wherever he might lead. Hutoi, they, this is again the aorist passive from agorazdo. They have been bought or purchased from, well, from the men. So we'd say from mankind, might be better here. Apake, a first fruit offering. This is the first fruits, the first offerings to God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth, now the heurethe is again aorist passive from heurisco. Falsehood was not found. In their mouth, falsehood was not found. Amomoi asin. This is an old word, amomos, generally taken as meaning blameless. In Homeric Greek, it also can have that sense, but probably more in the sense of being noble. Here, I think it does have the later sense of blameless. It's an alpha privative plus this mome root of blame. So, for they are blameless. So, just to quickly go back through that. So, these are the ones who have not defiled themselves with women, for they are virgins. They, following the Lamb, wherever he might lead. And they, so we get three lots of hutois here, they have been bought from mankind as a hupake, a first fruit to God and the Lamb, and in their mouth no falsehood has been found. For, well, just they are blameless. And again, there's a variant reading here. The variant reading just puts a gar in here, which you probably would expect actually. So for they are blameless, but the text here just says they are blameless. Continuing on now, kai eden alon angelon petomenon en mesuranemati. Ekon to euangelion ionion, euangelisai epitus kathemenus epites geis, kai epipan ethnos, kai phulein, kai glossan, kai laon. I might just pause it there. And I saw another angel, again variant reading, petomenon, flying in mesurgurmati. So this is from mesos, in the middle, and uranos, root, in the heaven. So in the middle of the heaven, having an eternal gospel to proclaim, or eternal good news to proclaim. This is the aorist from euangelisdomai, aorist middle, the aorist infinitive, aorist active infinitive. So it must be from euangelisdo here. So the having an eternal good news to proclaim, epitus kathemenus, for those sitting upon the earth, and epi has a sense here in the direction of, I think, what we just might say, to proclaim to those sitting upon the earth, and to each nation and tribe and tongue and people. Legon en phone megale. Phobe thete ton theon kai doti autodoxa on the next page. So speaking in a great voice, and this probably with that instrumental use of en, saying with a great voice, and then we get what they say. The editors put a capital phi here. So it's phobe thete ton theon. Phobe thete ton theon kai doti autodoxan. So fear God and give to him glory. Hoti eilthen he hora tes chrysios autu kai pros kunesati to poimesan titon uranon kai ten gain kai thalasan kai pegas udatun. So fear God and give to him glory, because Hey, hora, the hour, tes chrysios autu. This is the genitive from chrysis, third declension feminine noun, meaning judgment. For the hour of his judgment, Eilthen has come. Kai proskunacity, and this is another imperative here, and worship the one having made, dative participle, aorist participle here from Boio, the one having made the heaven and the earth and the sea and the Pegas. This is accusative plural from pege. It means a spring or stream of water, of the waters. So springs of waters, literally. So fear God and give glory to him, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship the one having made the heaven and the earth and the sea and the springs of waters. Kai allos angelos deuteros koluthes an legon, episen Babylon he megale he ektu oinu, tu thumu tes poneas artes pepotiken pantata ethne. And another angel, a second one, followed, aorist from akoluthio, followed Legon, saying, episen, aorist from pipto, to fall. So Babylon the Great has fallen, It's repeated for emphasis. The Great has fallen. The one who, this is relative pronoun, who. Now the main verb is pepotiken. This is from potisto, and this is the perfect. If you're looking this one up, it's from potisto. It means to make, to drink. The pot root is connected with pino, to drink. This is to make, to drink, potisto. You'll see it in poterion, a cup as well, for example. The pot root is from that pino verb, and this is potisto. So who caused to all the nations, all the Gentiles, all the nations to drink from the wine of the anger of her prostitution. So just to do that bit again, and another second angel followed, saying, Babylon the Great has fallen, Babylon who caused all the nations to drink from the wine of the anger. Well, we get another genitive which resulted perhaps from her prostitution, pornea. And that's the first part of chapter 14.